Hi, my name is Vince and I'm 22 years old and I run a clothing brand called loud&obnoxious.
Hi, my name is Matthew Apostle. I'm 19 and I helped start Loud and Obnoxious with Vincent and Brian.
How did you get encouraged to start the business?
Well, we were encouraged to start the business, the clothing brand, because we saw a lot of different other clothing brands out there who basically they didn't have that kind of meaning in their clothing that we felt like we could express. So we figured we'd try it ourselves, and also we got a lot of influence from just like all the different kinds of music, culture, our friends, our family that were all involved on a daily basis. We just took all those elements and we wanted to create something that was a little more unique, a little different from everything else that was out there.
I wanted to occupy my time a little bit more, so my brother and Brian had the idea, as well as myself, of starting up a clothing line, and we weren't really sure what market to go into or what genre of clothing to go into. But because Brian was so into streetwear at that time, and he was really, I guess he knew all the ins and outs, and he was really educated on what kids like, what style is really popular, or what's hot right now. So we decided to venture into streetwear. We showcased our first printed T-shirts at a sneaker event because Brian was saying that most of the kids that like streetwear also like Nike sneakers, so that was our debut of the line, and since then it's been going pretty strong.
Where do you get the ideas for all your designs?
I guess it goes back to what I said earlier. We take a lot of influence from music, especially because Matt, Brian, and myself, we all listen to really varying kinds of music. Like we listen to stuff that's really heavy. We listen to stuff that's on the radio. So we draw a lot of influence and a lot of like positive meaning from music, and being in a band also, like the whole DIY, do-it-yourself mentality. A lot of influence from like the past, like retro stuff. That's really big right now in the urban scene. The daily grind. Anything that we come across falls into our spectrum of ideas and concepts.
I know some of your designs have been considered kind of controversial. Do you want to explain as to the meaning behind some of the quote-unquote controversial designs?
Yeah, printing a naked girl on a T-shirt makes a lot of people talk about your brand. There's nothing better than publicity. We're not one of those brands that's just gonna put diamonds and skulls and crossbones and all that kind of cool junk on T-shirts. We're trying to do something a little different here. The very first shirt we printed was a shirt with Vanessa Hudgens on it, and it wasn't just Vanessa Hudgens, it was those naked pictures that were released on the internet of Vanessa Hudgens. The reason why we printed that shirt was because, number one, we had no name as a brand, nobody knew who we were, and we wanted to start a lot of hype, a lot of ruckus. We wanted people to know about our new brand, or at least talk about our new brand, even though they may not like it. We chose a current event. We chose somebody that was really popular during the time. We had a really cool idea to go with her picture. We weren't just going to print her picture. We combined a picture of Vanessa Hudgens with the logo from the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And the movie is about adolescence. When you're in high school and you're really young, you just want to do a lot of crazy stuff. You want to get a lot of people's attention. You want to make a name for yourself. So that's why we chose the picture of Vanessa Hudgens.
Do you have any advice for people wanting to start up their own business?
Say thank you. Give credit where it's due. Oh yeah, most importantly about money, because I know obviously if you're starting your own business you want to make that money, but don't be afraid to spend money as well, because you have to spend money to make money. So be prepared to make those investments.
The biggest thing that a lot of people are afraid of is the spending of money initially. So don't be afraid to spend money, because if you work hard at it, it'll come back tenfold.